I think we shouldn't say that one team and their destiny sends a message. I mean, it's bad in terms of the quotas for teams that will be then qualifying for major. That's an issue in itself. But I don't think we should take them as a testament for the rest.
Because America's already lost one spot from Rio to here. So if they do poorly here, they're gonna have less spots in the next major. That is very bad. That's very bad, not just for everyone that's here, but the teams that are coming in the future.
That's what I'm saying, though. They do carry a lot of that North American weight, because there is that as well. Their scene requires them to not bomb out today.
I mean, listen, not that I disagree with you. I think there is a grand scheme of things to keep in mind, but I'm just wondering about the Liquid project. Like, how do we think this roster fares into the future, into CS2, if there was a world in which they bow out in the challenger stage? And I'm not even going to consider that game. Like, I'm not going to lie and pretend to you people like, this is a very tense 50-50 games. Oh my God, on a very good day. No, none of that. Like, this should be done deal for Liquid. But the idea of bowing out in the challenger stage of that tournament for that team, I think it's changes right around the corner.
Off the back of what Maniac just said, Prof, does this lineup stay if they go out, or is this whole Liquid lineup out of the window?
I mean, there's definitely something has to change for sure. Like, it's a big disappointment, but I don't think it's realistic. I still believe that they can bounce back, especially in this game. Like, this is the best matchup they could have gotten. Both teams are 0-2, but they got there in different ways. Like, Fluxo doesn't have a double digit in any of the maps that they played. Liquid played very decent European oppositions, double digits. The Force game they had in their hands. The Apex one was kind of a weird pick, so it doesn't surprise us that they lost, right? Apex also very comfortable on Ancient. So even though they're both 0-2, Liquid is a huge favorite. Huge favorite.
I mean, but what do we know, though, right? We're just analysts. We just stand here talking on the desk. Banks has Naf with him right now, so let's find out what's going through the players' heads before the game starts.
Okay, so now things are not looking great in the Liquid camp right now, and Elise told me yesterday the first game against Apex was a speed bump. Then you go from being 14-12 up against Forza, we feel like you've got it, it starts to slip away. When you've reviewed this, when you've looked at it, what is missing for you guys right now? Because I know you've added Nuke towards the beginning of the year, but we all expect you to be able to walk out over the line.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, with the first game on Ancient, I played like one of my worst games probably in my career. It's obviously not a great way to
Vamos na B, B. Eita porra do microfone. Microfone ruim? Tá chiando demais. Mas ele tá ruim? Dá pra te ouvir, mas tá chiando. Vou bangar, vou bangar. Tem meio. Porta B. Buraco, buraco. Ele melhorou agora.
Não melhorou nada, pô. Tá mau contato. Tira e bota esse fone, porra.
Tenta mudar o buraco.
Bota no buraco dele.
Não, é só arrumar, porque às vezes. Acontece, acontece.
Os caras tão avançando assim, né, cara? Doideira.
E aí? Vamos fundo, vamos fundo. Os caras ainda estão meio.
Eu vou ir pela varanda,
Eu vou escuro baixo e eu tô com o resto. Tá, e aí, o fone agora? Mesma coisa?
Cara, tem atrás, tem atrás, tem atrás. Que isso, cara.
Tem rastante, perdoa. Perdoa.
Cara, tomando uma chapiscada ali. Cuidado que tem um vindo no meio.
Deixa eu ver. Ah, tô meio das costas.
Mid. Os caras estão avançando que nem retardado. Segura um pouco na base aqui, segura um pouco mais ou menos aqui, ó. Vocês estão vindo pelo meio. Cuidado aí, Adab, tá com a bomba.
Eita porra, pega aqui. Tem um cara aqui atrás da... Tô aqui de escuro baixo.
Tem fundo. Boa. Vamos tentar ir B? Flash aí, vamos indo lá.
Tem que ir no meio, dois meio. Eu seguro aqui. Pode ir pro problema, ô laranja, eu seguro aqui. Eu acho que tem alguém escuro aí. Escuro.
Tem escuro baixo.
Ó, então olha aí, pô. Tô aqui no
Tô
meio.
olhando aqui. Se passar, eu aviso.
Porta.
Tem um escuro alto,
Passou. Corre. Não, mas foi quase. Vamos lá. Alguém consegue desmocar ali a varanda?
Eu faço, tá bom.
Demora um pouco pra cá. Vou bangar fora.
Pode passar, Roxo. Segura aí.
Vamos B.
Tem dois pra ver.
Pode escuro baixo.
Peguei dois meio. Caralho, que susto.
Seis a 2.
Vou B.
Tô fundo.
Fica aí no meio aí, ó.
Vem pro fundo.
É fundo, é.
Tem um meio atrasado. Vou bangar. Botei para.
Tinha varanda. Desceu tá pro CT. Boa. Sai daí. Guarda.
Matei o escuro.
65, 60 B.
Ah, tinha meio, mano. Achei que era o roxo.
Só na boca. Cara, do que eu tô achando que eles vão ir fundo? Ah, mas segura a fundo.
Dei uma scout no cara do meio, ó. Tem meio. Dois fundo.
Não recua.
Tem varanda.
Pode estar indo.
Tá porra.
Matei um aqui o escuro. Olha a varanda, olhando. Eu tô escuro aqui. Escuro e B, tô com...
Acho que tem escuro baixo, o amarelo.
Tá aqui.
Aqui,
Voltou, tá quase... tá morto já.
Deixa eu ver.
Dei um nele.
Precisa rushar, mano, só... Tá, vai. Ah, não vi, mano. Ele tá aqui, ó. Boa, foi mal. Foi mal.
We're wasting time. Let's go. Deploying flashbang. Incendiary. Laying down smoke. Incendiary out. Throwing fire. Flashbang.
Varanda. Meio, CT.
O cara tá lá no fundo. Tomou 60 de dano.
Deploying flashbang.
Não vai ter que ir agora.
Ai.
Defusing the bomb.
O cara errou o tiro na bomba, mano. Bah, comprei umas asas.
Let's go, people. Throwing fire. Throwing flashbang.
Tô aqui, tô aqui.
Going out. Incendiary out. Laying down smoke.
Tem.
Tem meio. Tem meio, tem meio. Puxou meio. Tem meu
Smoke
meio,
CT
meio.
aqui. Smoke CT. Vai ser pra B, mano. Tem gente seguindo a B.
Throwing flashbang.
Tá atrás do carro, atrás do carro, atrás do carro. Tá atrás do carro, atrás do carro, atrás do carro. Boa, boa.
Move it, move it.
Tô indo fundo aqui.
Decoy. Throwing smoke.
A teta tava fundo. Alguém varanda?
Não, não.
Mas não tem ninguém cuidando de varanda.
Tinha
então.
um, tem um.
Aonde?
Mais um.
Ali, rapaziada. Né?
Boa, rapaziada.
Olha aí.
Has to dip on down secret here. So is the buy back from Fluxo? They have a Tech 9 for Woody, everybody else with a rifle at least, and they're already starting to work on some map control here. So no aggressive plays towards Yard as Phelps is going to clear that out. But limited utility here. So we have a bunch of smokes. They haven't thrown out the early wall. Could opt for something a little bit later as we are at the minute 20 mark. Nothing to really report. So OC's going to call out the secret cross from top heaven. Means Elysian Nitro will have to potentially worry about a main sneak. Kinder in the lower deck has the option to make his way back up the vents.
So when these smokes come through, assuming there's more than one, what's OC's first response as the person that was supposed to be holding guard?
So he should be heading over towards ramp to allow Naf to drop lower.
Oh, Yakinda actually already down that vent, right? So he sprays, he's got Yakinda to count upon. And wait for the call for more pressure through the flames. Lukowski's coming and loses his head to Yakinda, a double. The guillotine in the lower sight.
But you see that rotation starting to happen right now. Naf dropped down towards B. OC made his way over towards elbow at ramp. And they fortify that position. Now it's up to Nitro and Leash towards the top
Good
side.
molly. Forces Woody back and has to just be essentially in limbo, in lobby. Two towards the yard side still.
Difficult round.
Yeah.
Already was, considering the lack of weaponry and utility, and it should just be lopping a few more heads. Alicia's chance didn't clear down and goes down. But the cleanup crew is here, and OC with a couple more. So keeping hold of 4 of those AKs. Another relatively clean round for Team Liquid. And what that means is now an eco for Fluxo, as we should be looking at the 5th, a certainty for the North Americans. Oh, this is great from Yakinda here. Absolutely perfect. If you can handle this on your own as well. And I think one of the not a whole lot to say right there.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be sitting there thinking, well, the second person feels like he wanted to get the trade. You can just hit the shot. It's going to happen against this quality and caliber of opposition. Down the vent with the bomb.
He should be able to plant Nafs too far away.
Right?
Yeah, so the bomb may go down.
Oh, just about. Nice. But there's some extra cash, extra funds.
And Naf was playing an anti-eco setup. He was playing from where OC is right now. So if he was playing a traditional ramp position, which he would against a gun round, then he likely denies that. But a really good plant there, considering this was a full eco. The defuse will come in. The mop and bucket of OC will grab one more. And there you have it. So that's the 5. And now maybe, just maybe, we'll see an AWP come out into the hands of history here. Let's take a look. 5.2 means there'll be a lack of either util or conversations with armor. But now they're going to keep it with the AK-47s aplenty. Just 1 HE on Woody, so we won't see any nade stacks towards the top side. This is traditionally used towards Squeaky Door, the rest with a whole boatload of flashes. Just to think Liquid are on elimination of the Challenger stage on day number 2. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, beyond many people's expectations. I mean, sure, maybe a slow start, but a very damning push from Elige, and it's rewarded. He's got help, should be more from Nitro. Doesn't commit, doesn't want to overcook it. Drops the util to make it clear. It does recede. Yakinda's got a lot on his plate on Yarn. Now that gap might not be an expectation. Yeah, oh, it's tested. Phelps was aware. And now an advantage. They get away from the spray of OC. Woody down elsewhere. Nitro provides on the top side.
And Naf is already down towards B here. So this is coming down to the mid-round for Flux on how they want to attempt things. Now, they can sit and pause and wait for a re-aggress because Liquid know that they've lost Secret.
Did they see the bomb on VSM? I think during that engagement, Phelps got him before. Now they know. Well, OC loses his life, did some damage.
A lot of damage.
Take a look at what they can do with the rest of the time given to them. Lukowski has Nitro's push. This is the round in itself. Unless Naf's feeling heroic, you got a 1v3 right now.
Should go A here.
You can send the feelers out, right? Lukowski,
Exactly.
go have a look. See if there's too much going on. You've got those players in yard desperate for info top. It's very unlikely that Naf gets anything done with this one.
And he's hearing it as well, knowing that he has to make a sound cue just to try and get here, right? He'd have to drop off the railing if he wants to do it quickly. And that's not going to happen. So as the bomb gets punched on in, that sinking feeling for poor Naf, he's just going to cool his beans down towards the B site. Here's that shot. Yeah, I love this camera angle, isn't it great?
Yeah, I almost want to just... Yeah, I know I can't, but I always want to watch that as all the time.
Yeah, he's going to feel real frustrated about that poor OC, because it feels like he should have got one of the 2 there, and it could have been a different conversation. Nitro probably not feeling the need to push in towards lobby like that. It's a little bit unlucky for poor OC. Now, just going to move himself out of that bomb radius there. Make sure that he doesn't take too much damage. That's a decent start from Fluxo, all things
Has to be
considered,
said.
right? This is 4 rounds.
And they lost the pistol, bro. I mean, like...
Doing a good job.
This is a competitive scoreline. There's no doubt about it. And I think Zeus is feeling the same with a face of concentration on his head.
Yeah, just give yourself 1 or 2 more, right? And that would be great. That would be more than happy with that. And then you get a buffer. So at least you get to play some CT rounds, even if you lose that pistol. 4's good. 5 would be better. 6 would be great. Shout out to Chev, who we've got on the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and all the way to 0s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real G. Giving us all of that observing goodness. We do see an AWP in OC's hands. I wonder if he's going to be getting any action out towards Yard. Phelps has been tasked with taking some space. And looking actually, towards that silo position. He's been brought down low. He's surely a dead man now. Condemned by the initial tag. Lukowski and Phelps combine out the squeaky door. Spots one, the toes of VSM.
Bomb here.
And now the bomb's in his grasp. He will dump util. Elysian support has to maintain control of Hut. And that wrap main not going to be easy either. It's, wow, Woody. Great shot, but now caught by Nitro. A double kill with a whole lot of impact. That bomb's still loose and under control. History's caught Nafla sleeping on the walkthrough. And so that advantage Liquid had. You'd think Nitro's done a lot here, but now they're really limping towards the finish line.
Kenny could help him here from outside main. They could fight this together. Well, they could have.
It's all falling apart. Beautiful handling. Fluxo up to 5. Despite a couple of awkward deaths there.
It was awkward for OC because they took that left side lurk smoke and they also went silo at the same time. You saw the issue he had. Have to look up and down. And he was considering the down initially. Gets caught off guard by that silo peak and then just gets mauled. And this is it. After Nitro grabs the first, I don't think he's aware that a second slipped on out that squeaky door, which is how Woody is able to find a leash. That's, they're really taking care of business against Liquid so far in a few of these gun rounds here. Yeah, see, you can see how surprised he was by it. But of course it had to be possible. Squeaky door was smoked.
Yeah, no, but I mean, consider it from Nitro's POV. He saw the leg cross. He actually saw the first person cross and then saw VSM do the same. It's almost like in his mind he'd killed him. It's, yeah, a misjudgment, but it does cost them. And it's actually Dabs who calling the timeout to get the boys' heads screwed on tightly. I think, you know, you've really talked about 5 being good, 6 being great. Well, for Liquid, they do need to kind of close out this half strong.
And they do have another option on a gun round here. Right, they have an AWP in the hands of OC once more. Rifles are plenty. The utils there. Diffuse kits in place. So there's no issues. But if they lose this one, oh, then it's going to be a whole different conversation. There's been different faces shown from Fluxo as well. Standard secret cross smokes. They've been just finding picks on pushes. It's been pretty straightforward for them. It hasn't had to be too tricky, all things considered, as we see them line up some top util here, even getting some extra flashes dumped on over, and the at least posturing of these players on the radar is somewhat telling of a top hit. Right, there's no presence towards yard. They haven't really done a whole lot out there, and they're just, as you can see here, setting up on the roof. J-Raz on the context, as here we go.
Yeah, good extinguish, but it does surely imply Liege's position. They haven't committed through that.
Fake? Do they want to go ramp?
I don't know whether it was a fake or a cancel.
But you can't double pump this. No. You don't have the mollies to do so, so it might just have to be that squeaky walkout with maybe a main smoke.
When you can. I mean, squeaky, optimal. To get the main body of your assault out. There's the smoke.
Dive, potentially here.
Nitro to investigate. He's not hearing anything. They can, of course, silently descend the vent. And the main smoke for good measure. Down they go. Loudly. The whole team. 4-man vent drop. Naf has got himself a pretty appetizing menu ahead of him. Nice timing. Needs both. Gets both. Naf repels the invaders. Oh, OC. Bit windy. Letting a couple go. Now the round plays out. I thought this was done. Perhaps it should have been. Nitro has got a pretty quick flank on decon. Man advantage for Liquid. Should have the element of surprise on this if he was to check Astralis.
But history can flank him right here, and he is.
Oh yeah, you're right, Nitro. He gets one. Quick trade! No! Nitro does secure it all on his own. Massive work from the in-game leader.
Massive round from him, yeah, for sure. Him and Naf combined, they can lock that round down. Woody didn't have a gun. We've seen a bit of that going on here. Woody only had a poor little Glock right there. Man. So that has happened a couple of times. We had the whole JK situation yesterday. Nico leaving his at spawn. But I like this from Fluxo. I know that they don't convert the round here, but you can see the way that they're toying with the rotations. Do a double pop top, then they throw that lurk smoke, then they wait. They don't even initially go off of it, so they're allowing like Liquid to stew and maybe over-rotate or maybe over-aggress. They find their way down, but really good positioning there from Naf. But enough money here, and that plant will facilitate more than another buy. They should even, maybe, just maybe, have another one in the next round if they can plant yet again here, Fluxo. They will break that streak of 2, so Liquid back into the winning ways, and ready and raring. Elise on the heart will take the first, and, well, just wards away the rest with an incendiary.
Yeah, he's handled that very well. Strong angle for that kind of engagement. Phelps, however, does take down Yakinda. Aggressive up secret. Wasn't expecting so much presence. OC called upon, but he's already missed his window. I say that as Naf does lose his life through the window. 1 HP. He's screaming it, and does get it closed out by OC's USP.
Elise should be dead here. He's going to get swarmed. Ooh, actually, that's a smart move.
Yeah, that's naughty.
It's left Nitro, though, hasn't it?
Yo, we didn't see him. Lukowski, he had his head just a tip of it. Still doesn't know. What is going on here?
4x3.
Oh my god, that is awkward. Okay, VSM tries to make a round all the same. They're out. Heaven the threat. OC, not a comfortable fight for the AWPer here.
Especially not now.
With the Molotov down, he throws out the one way. Who's taking first contact? It was Elige. Oh, and mismanaged 2v2 here, and yeah, OC gets nothing done, a recovery, and a huge one for the boys of Fluxo.
I would love to see that from the over-the-shoulder cam, just to see the resolution and see just how long it was before it appeared on the screen right there. But bang on with the mismanage. Why is Elige going up the vent when OC can't even peek in that
He's just got the smoke down.
So this is from Nitro, like, oh, okay, thank you very much. So that's a tidy one, but yeah, it's very difficult. Like OC can't be fighting in that moment, so Elige just slightly ahead of the timing there. Another round.
If that one way's up, because that extinguish draws attention, then there's an AWP shot fired, then you silent come up the vent. It's a different round potentially.
Well, they have to consider heart. They have to worry about the sneaky flank.
Here we go, Lukowski. Oh, very aggressive, caught on the jump, just looking for info, gets a whole lot more than that. A face full of lead from M4. And more from Elige. Takes down one. OC puts VSM down, and this one really does fall flat. Very quickly.
I think they know where Woody is.
Yeah, down and sinking like a lead balloon. Fluxo's round already I would say over, but look at Phelps. Yeah, Chev is also feeling the same thing. It's like it should be over. But Phelps is down in the depths without the bomb.
Yeah, his biggest issue, again, from this noise site is the sound cues, right? Yeah. So hoping somebody drops down the vent is probably the best he could hope for here. We do have, at the top of the screen, for everybody want to take a bit of a look, you can see what maps are coming up next. Inferno, Liquid's pick, and Ancient as the third and decider if we do need to get there. And this is a 0-2 matchup. Maybe you're new to the Swiss format. I've seen some posts, I've seen some comments, people asking how everything needs to unfold. Well, win 3 and you're through, lose 3 and you're out. It's as simple as that. We can, we talk about it, all the best of 1s and the best of 3s, but regardless, win 3 series and you're going to make your way through to that legend stage.
And it's always a best of 3 for qualification or exit.
Yeah, that's the bar we've set, which is quite nice, right? You're sifting through and then you raise that skill level, which, look, it is very clear that the better teams are better in the best of 3. So that's just the way it is, right? The best of 1s, it gives more opportunity to some of these underdog teams to find an upset, and we've had a couple of those so far, but realistically, not too many.
I mean, I feel like I've seen, and I know that there are number crunchers far more attuned than I, that have bothered to take the look at, how often...
Yeah, I think Nero did an article.
Right.
Yeah,
how often
HLTV.
best of 1 upsets occur, and it seemed like the stats were pointing that, well, more often than not, the better team wins regardless.
But there is
still there is a difference, no doubt.
And that's, as the conversation we're having yesterday in some of the matches was, winning both pistols and a couple of clutches and you win the game.
Because of the way Counter-Strike works.
And those are the difference makers. Over the course of a best of 3 series, if you win every pistol on all the maps that you play and you win a couple of clutches, the same conversation could be had there. But in a best of 1, it's that smaller sample size.
Precisely. As the sample gets bigger, that becomes less of a fluke.
Yes. And a timeout called here, the first. You can see Zeus getting on the mic, animated about this, a lot to say, delivering orders. And this guy right here, maybe you're not familiar with him. You haven't probably seen him on your screens for the last couple of years. Legendary coach from the Brazilian scene. Ties back with the Luminosity SK days.
Yeah, I mean, when Brazil was on top of the Counter-Strike world, Zeus was right there with them.
He goes in the conversation as one of the best Counter-Strike coaches.
And most accomplished. In terms of the amount of major finals he's coached his teams through. We have got, a legendary name in attendance. And behind Fluxo, who are just looking to get their first W. It doesn't really get much harder than this. Liquid standing in their way for survival. And it's their map pick. 6 is great. Can they build anything more out of this first half? Yukinda, responsible for an aggressive yard push, playing around the smoke, and he has got Phelps charging with that Tech 9, a hard clear, and handled. Kept level by a pick elsewhere. Ramp has opened up. Naf has given that up, and it forces Elige down the vent. He's actually gone for the sound cue. I wonder how quickly Elige works that out. He might be hesitant on the clears.
Yukinda's down here as well, so a heavy rotation for this.
Yeah, but the OC might catch them. 2 to clear this out. Now, already saying, guys, it's not what we thought. But with 2 members of your 4-man unit, does leave OC rather vulnerable. Can't do it dry. VSM does have a flash.
It's even hard for them to go B if they wanted to finish towards lower site, right? You'd love to have at least 1 smoke for that single door, but the mollies, maybe that'll work. Molly off over towards the window side, but look at this forward position with Elige.
Kowzi versus Elige. On the head-to-head here. Oh, that goes very quickly south for Elige. Woody has the rotate. OC's going to try his luck. It's a very uncomfortable duel for him, but with the bomb going down lower, his options are minimal. He's considered it. How hard of a clear does he go for? Could be no scope. Lovely work. OC keeps Liquid in gear. Yukinda beheaded. At Kowzi's demand, now Nitro from that single door has got his options really limited. He needs some assistance. Good tagging. He's got VSM jumping, and OC should be able to provide something with that info. Trying to force him out wide into the angle on ramp, but yeah, it just leads to the demise of OC in the end of a round. We're looking at 7, folks. This is a very competitive haul. Fluxo boasting 7 without the pistol on T-side nuke. This is their pick for a reason. And 8 still up for debate given the finances you've been talking about.
Yeah, ill-advised from Liquid to even consider going to this. Like, once Yukinda goes down, maybe that was enough. Maybe that death right there means, hey guys, nice shot there from VSM, tidy stuff. Because you could have at least held on to that AWP and a rifle. Look at this hodgepodge buy that you've got going into round 15. A shotgun, an MP9, a deagle, and 2 M4s. 1 defuse kit, sure, so that's at least an option. Slight U-turn, but Fluxo, they could even win the half here.
Yeah, this is mad. Let's see how they go for it. What's the final call here? Seems has pace. It's not as investigative. Could go horribly wrong very quickly. VSM holding on by a thread down the vent, though. OC onto Lakowzi. And yeah, the bomb's not with VSM. He's going to try and get the rotate forced. Naf on ramp can't... Oh, yeah, will drop off. A nice catch from History. Catches OC in transition.
Okay.
This is a fruity one, Chad.
It does get interesting, this flank.
Right.
It's one of the biggest keys here. And Yakinda has a great weapon.
He's
for the job. Are you serious?
What a G!
All right. Well, now we have a 3-on-3. VSM low, sure. He's at least drawn one player down lower to investigate this, and that's Elige. It's a difficult position to clear for Elige as well, and they might just push into the two lobby players.
Yeah. Every time Fluxo just say, maybe we'll get a fight, and this time they did again.
Oh, I think they wanted to reroute and go back yard and cross because Yakinda was dead, but now that's changed.
They know where Elige is, so Elige lower, Woody going yard. This could be a secret fight. I wonder if Woody's even considering Elige's investigations. He is. Headshot angle, not an easy shot to hit. The molly will lock him in. Nitro opting for Hut. Makes it harder for History on his clears. He's loud about it. Nitro relaying the information. And Woody catching Nitro, but Naf on notice as well. He doesn't want to do this alone. Has to wait for Elige. They know he was lower. Up the vent now. Damage, distraction, destruction from Nafly. Double spray to secure it. That was hanging on by a thread. But the final round comes through, and Elige will, Liquid will at least leave with an 8th. My God, that was right up for debate right until the final moment.